So, slight confession. The reason why my condition has changed is because I quickly remembered after last episode, I can't save at school. That's a thing you could do in Persona 3 Portable, but it's not available in the FES version. Honestly, now that I think about it, I wish they implemented this feature a lot sooner, but at least they got down the road, right? Better late than never, I say. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Persona 3 FES. Previously, we learned that there's a petition going around that's preventing the persimmon tree from being cut down, which is great news for Bunkichi and Mitsuko. We also spent some time with Maya, who was rather intoxicated, let's say. We also finally got through midterms, all of the entire week of it. We may not have got the best score out of it, but at least we did good enough, at least in my opinion. We won't know until the grades come in a little later on. Today, we're gonna spend some time doing some after-school activities before we head off into Tartarus for the night, because it is Saturday after all, so there's no time like the present to go back to the labyrinth, since there is a change in the, well, in the labyrinth recently. But first things first, we're gonna try to talk to Chihiro again, because last time didn't work out so well. I sort of overreacted, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I get really nervous when I talk to people, especially boys. I know it's bad, but I can't help it. Man, she has a lot of social problems, a lot worse than I ever had. I'll say that much. Well, no matter what we say, we're gonna get our point across, I feel. So, what would be the most sensible answer? I'm gonna go with number 3. I know. That's why I'm so nervous now. Sorry, I won't be a very good student council representative if I'm like this. I have to try harder to overcome this phobia. At least she knows that she's got a problem and she's trying to make a conscious effort to fix it. That I can admire. And apparently we did help her out in some way. Well, at least we know that she's trying to make some headway into dealing with her, I guess, her social anxiety. So since it's Saturday, that means there is no Kendo practice, which means Yuko is free. So let's spend some time with her before we do head off into Tartarus. Yeah, let's go have some fun. Indeed, Yuko. What are we gonna do today? I wonder. I believe, the Wakatsu restaurant. I was thinking it was Wild Duck Burger again for some reason. But this is a restaurant I don't think we haven't seen yet. The fried mackerel was good. Even though I eat lunch every day, I still get hungry after practice. I can imagine that considering all the running around you have to do as team manager. I'll still eat dinner when I get home though. I really have to stop eating between meals while getting tons of weight once I'm not so busy with the team. Yeah, that could kind of bite you in the butt in the long term if you're not too careful. Uh-oh. Do you think I eat too much? I feel like we have to be really careful about this, otherwise she might get super offensive. Maybe we should just stick with the safe answer? That might be the best one. I agree. I just eat a little more than your average girl, right? Yeah, see, there you go. I'm sure I'll burn out the extra calories during practice. Now you're seeing things my way, Yuko. This is why we are getting along very well very fast, because we think on the same wavelength most of the time. Yeah, I do live in the dorm. You must love being around good-looking girls like Yukari and Mitsuru. Well, it is very, very interesting to say the least. But I think you're a lot cuter, Yuko. I mean, yeah, those two are pretty good looking, but you've got more of a personality than those two, at least as far as we've come to know those two especially. Okay, don't tell Yukari, please. I want to keep that a secret between the two of us. She might get jealous for all we know. If I bump into her a few years from now at Colonial Ball, I'll tell her that maybe that might be the better case scenario, but I still am not behind that decision. too lazy to go on a diet. Man, I know that feeling. I've never even tried to go on a diet. Even though my metabolism does prevent me from not really gaining too much weight. Still. You're gonna actually try, huh? My first goal is to tone up my arms. Did you hear that, Makoto-kun? You're my witness. Oh, I'll hold you to that, Yuko. Looks like someone made a New Year's resolution about 7 months early, I say. But supporting her new decision on trying to stay fit, of course, will increase our social link with her, I believe up to level 3? Yes, it is. I thought it was level 4 for some reason, but I'm probably thinking ahead a bit too much. I tend to do that a lot, admittedly so. Yuko seems to think of you as someone who's easy to talk to. However, we're still just casual acquaintances. That's probably for the best. Oh shoot, it's already this late? I don't think it's that late, but if you say so, yeah, let's go. Yeah, otherwise I might be tempted to order something else. Probably for the best. It's probably for the best. After saying goodbye to Yuko, we head back to our dorm.
Senpai! I hear you're fully healed!
Congrats, man.
I need to catch up on my training. I've slacked off for a whole month.
Shouldn't you take it easy, though? You don't want to re-injure your arm.
I've already wasted precious time. Besides, we found another Persona user.
We did? Sweet. Is it a girl?
Actually, it is. She's a junior who goes to our school. Fuka Yamagishi. Do you guys know her?
Yamagishi? Oh, that girl in 2E. She gets sick a lot, from what I heard. I don't see her at school very often.
She was at the same hospital as me. That's how we found out about her. But maybe she's not cut out for battle. I had an evoker made for her, too.
What? We're giving up on her already? I was gonna offer her some private lessons. Why are you looking at me like that? Come on! I'm a guy. What'd you expect?
That still doesn't excuse your attitude, Junpei. Just because you try to defend yourself just based on your gender doesn't mean that you're any less of a pig. I'm just gonna say that right now. Junpei was kind of acting like a pig in that little scene. But at least the best news we got out of that little interaction is that Akihiko is 100%. It's disappointing that Fuku can't join us, but don't worry, I'll be back in no time. Or did you want her to join instead of me? Don't be crazy, Akihiko. I'm pretty sure that there's no one else that could probably pummel me into a bloody pulp if I do take you off. Junpei said he wanted Fuka instead of me, all because that Fuka's a girl. You know how Junpei is, Akihiko. You know him longer than I do. At least as far as I can assume. Now let's talk to Mitsuru first before we do go on to Tartarus. We were very lucky to find another Persona user. However, it can't be held that she's weak and unable to fully participate. I wouldn't say that. You never know. She might be cut off for other uses, aside from battle. Junpei's acting stupid again. Yeah, what else is new? He's just being Junpei. That's the right answer we can describe this. He's got this big smile on his face after he heard that a girl was coming. Well, I guess it would be nice to have another girl in the dorm. That kind of begs the question. I wonder how Yuko would have fit into this dorm if she was a resident here. I don't know, just food for thought about how her interactions between herself, Yukari, Mitsuru, and the rest of the dormmates would be. So with all that done, I'm gonna go to Tartarus tonight. Like I said before, this was gonna be the prime objective in our little post-midterm business. It's kind of a harsh way to celebrate, quote unquote, celebrate ending midterms. Just going to Tartarus and fighting shadows. Yeah, Akihiko, I'm really excited about this. That doesn't mean we can slack off. Absolutely not. Just because you're on part of the team doesn't mean we have to work any less harder than we already are right now. Now, before we do that, at least head into the labyrinth now that we have a 4-person team, I'm gonna try to do some fusing with a couple personas. Cause there's a couple personas right now that I don't have at the moment that I want to get right now. I just gotta make sure that I do have the right ones first. Let's see. I guess we'll do this one. So if we fuse Pixie and Nekomata away, we can get this person, or this persona, Fortius. And I don't actually want Dia on Fortius. I don't really see this persona as a healing type. But I think that's the only one I'm getting out of this right now. I guess it's because both these personas have Dia, so I guess I'm kind of SOL on this, but oh well. It at least gives us a persona of the Emperor Arcana, which will be very helpful for us to utilize if we ever want to spend more time with Hinatoshi and the Student Council. And I just realized that Fortius has 4 eyes. I never realized the upper part of his head was also a face before. I thought it was just like a flying mantis with really sharp teeth and purple eyes. I never really noticed those facial features of Fortius either. Truth be told, I could have got this in Tartarus, but it was taking a lot longer than I expected to get Fortius, and since we have the personas right now, I figured might as well. Hello, what do we have here? Honestly, this was not the combination I was expecting to get if I wanted to fuse Jack Frost, but if we fuse Omoikane and Alpaway, we will get this aforementioned persona, Jack Frost, with Dia. If you remember, one of our requests that Elizabeth has available right now is to have Jack Frost with the Dia skill. So, this is definitely very convenient for me. I'm Jack Frost. Nice to meet ya, hee-ho! The classmate social link uses Jack Frost for power. So, Jack is gonna get quite a few level ups from this, which is very nice. I've also heard that Jack Frost is considered to be the mascot of the SMT franchise, probably because he appears in a lot of the games, and not just the Persona lineup. He only got Sonic Punch, but still nice to have Jack Frost though, especially when you get that request out of the way. Ooh, what's this? This was another persona I was expecting to get out of this combination. So if we fuse away Fortius, or recently got fused Fortius, and Aramitama, we could get Yomutsu Shikobe, a persona of the Hermit Arcana. See, Bufu, Bash, Agi. It's got no elemental properties that are specific, so let's try to reroll it one more time just for the heck of it. I think that's all it's getting, so once again, I'm gonna have to make do with it. But at least we'll get a persona of the Hermit Arcana now in tow, which would be very helpful to get more points towards the Maya Social Link. But honestly, this was very convenient because I had to make room for some more potential fusions I'm trying to create in order to get the persona I'm still looking for. Getting quite a few level ups too out of the deal. Will it get our Tokaja? Yes it will. Very nice. So our Tokaja, that's just Tokaja being activated at the start of every battle that you have Yomutsu Shikobe equipped. So you'll just get an automatic attack boost right out the get-go when you do go into a battle. It only lasts for a few turns though, but it's still nice to have that kind of advantage if you need to have it have a little upstart into a very difficult fight, or just a fight you're just having a lot of trouble with. I've got some bad news. I do have the personas I need to create the persona I'm trying to acquire, but I'm not strong enough to actually wield the persona I want to fuse. So I guess as a little consolation prize, we'll just accept this request and get the prize out of this, which is kind of a funny reward now that I've seen what the reward actually is. I see that you have Jack Frost with you, and he has the skill Dia. Well done. Your reward for this is a special type of armor. Your appearance may change dramatically when wearing it, so why not try it on? I have heard that a similar type of armor exists for men, the chivalry shirt. Try to say that 5 times fast. Why not try finding it as well? I'll keep an eye out for it if it's that good. So we have obtained high cut armor. I will show that off very soon. Trust me, it is kinda hilarious. So in the meantime, okay, that request is still on the way. Yeah, 3 days actually. Wow, man, it's approaching that fast. So that Fusion create persona also opened up a another, I guess, branch, so to speak, in the Fusion persona request lineup. Now we have to get Valkyrie with the skill Tarakaja. To be very honest, I'm not gonna do that right now because the compendium does make quite a dent in your wallet, so I'm gonna save that till a little later on once we get more cash on hand. But in the meantime, I will take this, the 3 Lannis request, and I might do this after we get to the next blockade in Tartarus because I don't want to deal with this right now. I was just bad enough trying to find that rare shadow on its own, but now doing it for a certain material that Elizabeth wants, I'm saving that till way later on. I have something to tell you. Do you remember how I said Tartarus was divided into different areas? I discovered through Penthesileia's power that the first barrier is gone now, as we already have known recently. I suspect that the others will disappear too eventually. Therefore, I like to make reaching the top our goal. You never know what the future may hold. We shall always be prepared for the worst. Trust me, Mitsuru, that's the scenario I always have in mind. And getting to the top of the tower is the most logical step. I'll let you decide on an appropriate pace, but the sooner the better. So we're gonna dictate the pace of getting to the top of Tartarus. Really? Even if she didn't say that, I would probably make it a personal priority to reach the top of Tartarus, regardless of what our mission statement really was. So I'm gonna meet you back at the barrier now that we have Mitsuru say her little dialogue, and I'll speak about what Akihiko does momentarily. Sorry, I couldn't resist, but I had to get this rare shadow in again. And I just realized if I did have the rare shadow material request initiated, there was probably a chance I could have got the material. Well, it escaped, so that probably wouldn't have happened. At least not this time around, but at least it was a thought that counts. I actually would have been really bitter if the shadow did die, because if it did die and I did have the request activated at this point in time, I would have been really angry. If you were paying attention to that last battle, Akihiko's condition is a little different from the others. You would have noticed his smiley face right next to his HUD. This represents Akihiko being in great condition, a state that I've mentioned a few times already, but to give you a better idea just how awesome this is. When you're in great condition, you have higher accuracy, an increased crit rate, and it takes longer for you to get tired in Tartarus. And since Akihiko's been sidelined with his injuries for like the last month, it's very appropriate that he's actually got this condition for his first time we're seeing him on the field. And to give more of an analysis of what Akihiko himself brings to the table, of course we know that he's a boxer, so he's bringing his fist to the party as his main method of attack. We really don't have anything that we can equip to him right now, but it's still good enough. After all, he's at 51 power, which I think is the highest attack power we've seen thus far. And to elaborate on his fighting style, at least as far as his persona goes, Polydeuces, aka Pollux as it's otherwise known, is a electric type persona. It also learns some physical attacks as well, but as we progress further into the game with Akihiko, Pollux will become more electric based, but for the time being it's a balance between electric based attacks and physical attacks too. So that's what Akihiko will bring. And he could also heal as well, but I'm gonna leave healing over to Yukari since she is, well, the designated healer of the team, and that's kind of her go-to thing in the group. And now that the blockade has cleared away, we can finally advance to the second block of Tartarus, the Arca block. Something seems different. Be careful. I'll try to see what's up ahead. Hold on. Sorry, but I'm experiencing difficulties, possibly because of the distance. I need more time. You may proceed for now. So while Mitsuru is doing that, let's encounter some shadows on this new block. And the first one we have to go through is the Soul Dancer. I think this persona has some sort of affinity to Bufu. I don't really remember for sure. Okay, I was right. It is weak to Bufu. So we'll just unleash all these ice attacks on these Soul Dancers. And then we'll make an all attack happen. And then we got the cut in, so that's guaranteed to hit. I bet you have, Aki. Let's go ahead and will away on him. And not to my surprise, they didn't last very long. Alright, shuffle time. Get some more experience with that wand. Alright. More experience for us. It's a great kickstart to Akihiko's time in the party now. First battle, he's already got additional experience added to the regular amount of experience we would have otherwise gotten. And these are the Grieving Tiaras. I highly doubt they're weak to Bufu, given that they have blue on their character design. Okay, it is. It was just a hit, I guess. That was a wild shot in the dark, to be very honest. But hopefully we'll get to see Akihiko in action relatively soon. But just for the time being, I'm just handling all these guys by myself with our, well, one of our new personas.
You have the potential to grow even stronger.
I'm pretty sure I agree with that sentiment, Mitsuru. Alright, weapon, money, or experience. I think I'll go for experience since I'm trying to get that persona I want to fuse. Even though we're actually 2 levels away from being able to wield it. The faster we can get to that level, the better. And the faster we can level up our party too, so they can keep up with the main character. Now we're gonna see Akihiko's persona in action. Got to use Pollux's Sonic Punch. That was it. Oh boy, we just ran to a small shadow, which means it's a big enemy. I believe it was some sort of wheel, but I can't remember which one it was for sure. But at least on the bright side, we'll get to see more of Akihiko in action. At least that's what I'm willing to bet. I'll bring out Jack Frost, because we haven't seen this persona in action yet. But I highly doubt it's going to be weak to ice at all, so I'll try to panic it. So this is a bestial wheel. I honestly have no idea what it's weak to, or what it's strong to for that matter. It's one of the tougher enemies I tend to find in Tartarus. Ah, it's weak to electricity. Just our luck. And Akihiko's really amped. He's the only one that's called out the all-out attacks thus far. This guy's pretty tough though.
It seems to have multiple weaknesses.
Garu and Zyar's weaknesses. Level 15. No wonder we're having a lot of trouble with it. Well, like 6 levels behind. At least my character is. Do I have anything that has Zio at all? I don't think so. Fufu, Dia, Aki, Bash, Aki. No, I got nothing. So, well, wait, I actually got Alp's Garu that can help us out. So it's weaker, so I've got to be really careful about this. So, get the enemy down and try to all attack it. Even though it's not going to kill it, it'll still give it a bit of damage. The more damage you can inflict, the better. And more all attacks we can get, the better as well. Yukari is following suit. She's catching on to our method. This guy's just not letting up, but like I said, that level gap is really, really intimidating. But thanks to Akihiko, he'll deliver more damage too, which is another perk of being in great condition. This guy still managed to hold up though. But just imagine all the experience we can get out of this. Oh my god! 100 points knocked right out of one shot. Man, I thought I actually was gonna die, not gonna lie. I would actually been really, really pissed if that happened. At least one or two more auto attacks should take this down. Yeah, just one more auto attack. And Yukari's gonna deliver the death blow.
That was a close one.
Yeah, you're telling me, Yukari. That was close indeed. Note to self, avoid small shadows, because more often than not, they'll be pretty strong to take on, like you just saw. Okay, brand new enemies we've run into. The Black Ravens. They might have some affinity to Augie, but I'm gonna throw guard just to see what we can get out of this. It's not weak to it. I was not expecting to be weak to it.
I can do it.
The card's gonna follow suit as well. They're still damaging it a lot though. Oh, Zio! Just our luck. Akihiko happens to be on the team. He also takes a lot less damage, which is yet another perk to being in great condition. You could wait a second.
Okay, everything's going according to plan.
Just wanted Akihiko to say one of his victory quotes there. After all, he's been on the sidelines for the longest time, so might as well let him get his just dues. Rancid gravy. So the only way to get to that great condition is to sleep in early, or at least early enough to get that condition, as opposed to studying then going to sleep at night, or actually falling asleep during class. If you sleep in long enough, like I said before, then you'll be able to obtain this great status. But it doesn't last forever. As long as you do keep sleeping in earlier though, or sleeping in class while you're in great condition, then you can prolong the effects of that. But seeing as how we're just trying to level up our social status, that's not gonna happen to us for a long time. But if I'm able to play things out the way I want them to, then we should be able to get that perk ourselves. Hey, would you look at that? We got level 10 too. Alright, very nice. Which means I'm one step closer to getting the persona I want to wield. Another cheat's about to occur within us. Oh, I think I know what this is. We can now hold up to 8 personas. Nice! So I can have a little bit more room in my persona arsenal. I remember these guys from the full moon that we just encountered recently, the heat balances. They haven't changed from that night though. Their properties are still the same as far as I remember. Why the heck did I switch over to Yomusu Shikome? I meant to switch over to Alp, but oh well. At least we get the first turn in this battle. Oh nice, we got a critical. Alright, even when we're not in great condition, that can still happen every now and again. It's always welcome when we are able to pull that off. Yukari was being dumb and taking grab the persona the shadow that was down. But Akihiko, it's not gonna use Zio, it's gonna use Sonic Punch rather. Well now at least we got the stat screen for the heat balances. But this gives me a second chance to switch over to Alpha and use Garu ourselves this time. Oh no, not Dia. Go on the offensive, Makoto. Let's not be paranoid about our health right now. Even though that is my playing style in RPGs. Because I always prioritize health and defense over actually brute force. Because when it comes to using brute force and just try to do like a full head-on assault for some reason, I just always have a lot of trouble with that fighting style. So I always try to go more on the defensive because that just used to help me out a lot more. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Oh no. That's not good. So we saw Mitsuru mention that recently, but That's a red shadow. Those guys are really freaking strong. I actually don't trust myself going after that right now, but these are some of the stronger enemies you can find in the game. But the reason why I do point out the red shadows in particular is that they are also a target of Elizabeth's subjugation requests. I don't think it's gonna pop up right now, but at some point during our time in Arca, those subjugation requests against the red shadows will become available to us. Well, at least I got the stat screen for the Grieving Tiaras to show up. And Nullifies Fire, that I didn't remember, so I guess I'll have to keep that in mind for the future. Oh, hello, Akihiko! Going for his crit animation. Excellent. Oh, sure, now you decide to use Zayo against an enemy that will not be weak to, but at least you took it out in one blow, so I guess I can't fault you too much for that, Aki. You got lucky this time.
Yes! My skill level has increased.
And your card got a low level after that battle as well. So things are definitely looking up for us. I detect the source of great power 5 floors above you. Proceed with caution. And at least we know where our next target's gonna lie. So on the 25th floor, that's where it should reside.
There are 4
Aha,
enemies.
brand new enemy. The frivolous
Roger.
Maya.
I'll attempt to
The
analyze the enemy.
frivolous? I have no idea how to say that word, to be honest. I'm just gonna say it's the frivolous. I can't even say the word in general right now. That's how tough it is. They're a new type of enemy, that's all that really matters to us.
You win.
Yeah,
The
Junpei's taking a
enemy is
hell of a
weakened.
pounding right now. The weak to Garu, and the strong to Zayo. So that's the important information we need to know. And Junpei is just knocking at death's door right now. Jeez. Fortunately, Yukari has to prioritize healing that turn. And I'm running low on SP. I've only got 2 points of SP. Running low is putting it really mildly. Oh yeah, hell of a time in this block, not gonna lie.
Is in danger.
Probably because I'm at a really low level at this point, because some of the enemies here in Arca are a bit tougher than those we would find back in Double. Well, it is the second block, so I had to expect a bit of a higher degree of difficulty when we're entering a new section in the labyrinth.
I couldn't finish it all.
And Akihiko again using Sonic Punch when I wanted to use Zayo, but these guys are actually strong as Zayo, so what am I saying? I've been trying to get a crit out of the deal, though it's not gonna happen. Especially when your card gets taken down by a Zayo attack. Junpei using Ray Patra. I don't think we actually see that yet.
Be attacked.
So Ray Patra actually can revive fallen enemies, or at least knock down allies, like Junpei just did to
Only
Yukari.
one remains. Here's our chance for an
That's a skill that I honestly find to be a bit situational because my party members don't get knocked out that much. Even with Yukari's weakness to electricity, that seems to be exploited so frequently. Uh-oh. Oh, that Wong card, that's not a very good card to come across. But as I was saying with the with Ray Patra, I find it to be kind of situational because, like I said before, my party members don't get knocked out that often, even with Yukari's weakness to Zayo. It doesn't really happen to my party that often, so I don't really have that skill in my arsenal that much. But that skull card that we just saw, that's a really bad side. If you happen to pick that card, sure you would reap the rewards from the contents of a card, but you'll also summon a really powerful enemy. One that we are nowhere near close to even standing up to at this point in time. I'll go into more detail about Sunday, but for the time being, stay away from those skull cards as much as you can. Otherwise, if you do happen to pick one during shovel time, haul your ass to the next floor as soon as possible. Trust me on this. Since things are getting a bit tougher for us, I decided now is the perfect time for us to change our equipment. Honestly, I just kept forgetting we actually have better equipment that I can utilize right now because I'm just so hell-bent on grinding at the moment. But here's what my current equipment set is looking like. And here's Junpei's set. Mainly I just want to give the Juice Maru just so he can have that higher amount of HP as well as the higher attack power. And this is what Yukari's equipped set is looking like. I mainly want to give her the high cut armor because it's got a huge amount of defense at 52, but the high cut armor can only be used on female party members. Like I said, great defense, but considering what it looks like, she might hate me after this. It's also pretty ironic that I'm giving her this armor as well, because the effect that it has, it resists wind, although the effect is pretty low. Yeah, Yukari, as much as kind of gritty as it is, I do want you to wear that. I'd be so embarrassed if my girlfriends were here. Well, I'm sure it will appease some pupils of the male-oriented gender, I imagine. I'll do admit, she does look pretty stellar in that, if I do say so myself. But that's all I'm saying on the subject. Anything else I would say would probably come off as offensive, if I'm not careful with my words. The shouts on the floor has changed. We can handle them run immediately. Oh boy. We haven't seen this one yet, but every so often, or I guess randomly, the layout of the floors in Tartarus will change. There could be various effects to this happening. It could be more enemies like we've encountered right now. There could also be more treasure chests, more rare shadows, and I think more rare chests too. But when something like this happens, be careful. The rewards might be very lucrative, but a great danger can fall upon you if you're not quick enough in advancing to the next floor. This actually falls into the same regard as that skull card that we saw in the shuffle time earlier, as far as your punishment, I suppose, goes. So don't spend too much time on these affected floors, otherwise you're gonna have a miserable time for whatever that might approach you. I detect 3 shadows in this floor's central area. Proceed with caution. That I will indeed do. And considering what these might pose as a threat to us, I'm not gonna fight them right now. This recording session, honestly, it's gone on for way too long. So I'm just gonna stop for today so I can get a quick rest before I encounter those shadows. It's probably not the best idea I do this right now because I'm actually at a really terrible level. So if this doesn't pan out too much, I'll have to spend some time grinding in the meantime. But with that being said, next time on Persona 3 FES, we're going to encounter the first boss in the Arca block. Hopefully, things will pan out a lot better than past boss fights. Gotta keep my fingers crossed about that. Until we meet again, farewell for now.